Jackie Chan's Stuntmaster is a pretty good beat-em-up for the original PlayStation that follows your basic premise of a Jackie Chan movie. Somebody wronged his patriarch, and Jackie Chan goes out to kick some ass. See, Jackie Chan is this delivery boy, and his grandfather gives him this package, and then the package gets stolen, and then his grandfather gets kidnapped, and Jackie Chan has to go out and save the day by basically running through various 3D environments and kicking people's asses. On top of being a regular beat-em-up, this is also somewhat of a platforming game, thus the Stuntmaster in the name. You can jump from platform to platform, you can kind of jump on one wall, bounce off of it, and jump onto another, and do just basic Jackie Chan stunts like that, although most of the really cool stunts are saved for the game's cutscenes. On top of beating the bad guys up, the game has destructible environments, like you can push tables, chairs, you can use various weapons like big-ass fish to smack guys in the face with. There's also these parts of the game that are very reminiscent of Crash Bandicoot, where a car is chasing you and you run down, avoiding various obstacles in your way. The platforming in this game is obviously not at the level of Prince of Persia or Uncharted or the new Tomb Raider, but it's still fun in its own simplistic way.
My head hurt.
After completing a few levels in a specific zone, you get to fight the boss of that area, and all the bosses have their own specific strategies you need to use to defeat them. For the most part, the strategies become pretty obvious. I think the best fighting strategy in this game is just pure melee. You don't really need to grab anyone unless you want to grab them and throw them off something or into something, because that looks really cool, but the most practical way to pass this game is just to straight up box or kickbox the enemies. I gotta give this game a lot of credit for the graphics. I mean, this is a PlayStation 1 game, and if you just showed me the gameplay, I would tell you this is like an early to mid PS2 game. Although, in the cutscenes, the character models look like really chubby voodoo dolls. Voodoo dolls that have been soaking in a pond for like 5 years.
I want you to take this package to this address. It is very important that you give this package your utmost attention. If I find out that you're loafing around at that cafe again, stuffing your face, oh...
Don't worry, grandfather. I'm on my way.
The controls are also pretty smooth. You can do various punch combinations, various kick combinations, mixing punches and kicks together, and then you can also grapple enemies and push them, but also if you grab an enemy and then do a punch or a kick, you can do a really cool acrobatic stunt attack. That just looks really great. It's one of those trademark Jackie Chan, overly complicated martial arts techniques that you'd see in one of his movies. Like I said, this game follows the traditional story of a Jackie Chan movie, but there are some things in the game that you wouldn't normally see in a Jackie Chan movie, like basically pushing a guy to his death. I don't think Jackie Chan runs around committing homicide in his upbeat martial art flicks. Not most of the time, anyway. The character also sounds like Jackie Chan. I'm pretty sure he's voiced by Jackie Chan. It could just be a guy that sounds like him. But the game developers actually worked really closely with Jackie Chan on almost every aspect of this game, so I really wouldn't be surprised if that's just Jackie doing the voice acting of Jackie. I mean, it wouldn't be hard for a comedian to emulate Jackie Chan's voice, especially for like 2-second snippets of dialogue during combat, but I'm almost like 100% sure that's really Jackie Chan as Jackie Chan in Jackie Chan Stuntmaster. Did I mention Jackie Chan? The game is divided up by levels, and you can save your progress after every level, and believe me, you'll need to do this, because this game is on the hard side. You have a limited amount of lives, and also the enemies are no pushovers. Most of the time, there's 2 or more enemies, and they hit pretty hard. This is where your dodging techniques come in. You have to position yourself so you're not surrounded by enemies. You have to roll out of the way of enemy attacks, or just move out of the way of enemy attacks. If you just stand there and punch and kick and hope to just beat up all the enemies without them putting up a fight, you're gonna be sorely disappointed and you're gonna lose within a few levels in this game. This is a beat 'em up that takes some strategy. It's pretty rudimentary, basically move out of the way when an enemy's hitting you, but still, there is timing involved, and you can't just completely turn your brain off. There's a little thinking involved here. The graphics are fantastic, the controls are responsive, the actual gameplay is also pretty smooth for a game from the year 2000, and overall, this is a fun, action-packed gaming experience. It's not the best beat-em-up of all time, but it's one of the better 3D beat-em-ups I've ever played, and that's why Jackie Chan's Stuntmaster gets an official Stan Birdman rating of an 8.2 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, my friends.
What the? If you did not spend all of your time in the cafe, your grandfather will be home right now.